Hey everyone, Linus here, and let's be honest, your Wi-Fi network is like the gateway to your entire digital life. Whether you're at home, at work, or at a coffee shop, hackers have tools that can break into your network in minutes. In this video, we'll uncover 6 real Wi-Fi hacking techniques and more importantly, how to stop them. Stay tuned. First up, we have brute force attacks. Hackers use programs like AirCrackAng or Hashcat, which can try millions, even billions of password combinations per second. If your Wi-Fi password is short or uses common words, it can be cracked in minutes using brute force. So how do you protect yourself? Use a strong, unique password. I mean a completely random password that's at least 16 characters long, with a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. I know it can be hard to remember, so use a password manager. And to prove how easy it is to crack weak passwords, let's look at a real-world example from 2022. A hacker was able to access an entire smart home just by cracking the router's weak password. Remember, a strong password is your first line of defense against brute force attacks. Now, let's talk about WPS, or Wi-Fi Protected Setup. WPS is supposed to make it easier to connect devices to your Wi-Fi network, but it actually makes it easier to hack too. WPS uses an 8-digit PIN that can be easily entered into the router. Hackers can use tools like Reaver to exploit these vulnerabilities and guess your PIN within hours. Once they have it, they can access your Wi-Fi network just as if they knew the password. So, here's a pro tip: disable WPS on your router right away. Seriously, it's not worth the risk. Just log into your router, find the WPS setting and disable it. By disabling WPS, you're essentially removing a huge vulnerability from your Wi-Fi network. Picture this. You're sitting in a coffee shop, browsing the available Wi-Fi networks on your phone. You see a network with a familiar name, Coffee Shop Wi-Fi, and you connect to it. That network might not be what you think it is. In this type of attack, a hacker creates a fake Wi-Fi network with the same name, and even the same network icon as the real one. Once you connect to the evil twin, the hacker can intercept all of your internet traffic. So how do you protect yourself from evil twin attacks? Be very careful about which public Wi-Fi networks you connect to. If you're not sure if a network is legitimate, it's best to avoid it altogether. Secondly, use a VPN when connecting to public Wi-Fi. Disable automatic connection to saved Wi-Fi networks on your devices. Let's talk about another common mistake people make: leaving their router's default settings unchanged. Most routers come with default login credentials that are easy to guess, like admin or user 1234. Hackers can easily find these default credentials online. And if you haven't changed them, they can log into your router and have full control over your Wi-Fi network. Once they're in, they can do all sorts of nasty things, like changing your Wi-Fi password, routing your internet traffic through their server, and even installing malware on your devices. So, change your router's default login credentials right away. You can usually find the default login settings somewhere on the router's settings page. Just log into your router and change the username and password to something unique and strong. By customizing your login credentials, you're making it much harder for hackers to break into your router. Sometimes hackers don't need any fancy tools or techniques to hack your Wi-Fi network. All they need is a little social engineering and some phishing skills. You're much more likely to give up your Wi-Fi password to someone who calls you pretending to be from your internet service provider, or sends you an official-looking email asking you to reset your router password. So, how do you protect yourself? Be extremely skeptical of anyone who calls or emails you asking for personal information. Never click on links or open attachments from unknown sources. If you're unsure whether a communication is legitimate, contact your internet service provider or the company in question directly to verify. Let's wrap this up with a quick tip about open Wi-Fi networks. If you're using a public Wi-Fi network that's not encrypted, you're exposing your data to anyone within range. On an unencrypted Wi-Fi network, all of your data, including passwords, credit card information, and browsing history, is sent in plain text. Hackers can use a tool called a packet sniffer to easily capture and read this data. So, how do you protect yourself? The best way is to avoid using open Wi-Fi networks altogether, but if you absolutely must use public Wi-Fi, always use a VPN. Avoid doing any sensitive activities like online banking or shopping while connected to public Wi-Fi. When it comes to Wi-Fi security, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Alright, there you have it, folks. 6 common Wi-Fi hacking techniques and how to stop them. Remember, cybersecurity starts at home, and your Wi-Fi network is your first line of defense. So be smart, stay safe, and make your network a fortress. If you learned something new today, click the like button and subscribe for more tips every week here on CyberSec Pro.